This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, if you've got a good idea about what to do with the old Sims building in Port Chalmers, the DCC wants to hear them. An Oamaru woman who had a firearm pointed at her and her 2-year-old son is demanding an apology. And a Taieri College band is set to battle it out in New Zealand's biggest nationwide all-original music event. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. If you have got a good idea about what to do with the old Sims building in Port Chalmers, then the Dunedin City Council wants to hear from you. It's hoping interested parties will come forward with some practical suggestions about what to do with the building which lies abandoned on the port.
The century-old Sims engineering building in Port Chalmers has been abandoned for a number of years, but its future is in doubt, with a new report suggesting the former foundry has some serious structural issues. Now the call has gone out for any ideas from the public.
And we're looking for expressions of interest for this building. So it's a pretty interesting building, and we're looking for individuals or organisations to come forward and to let us know what uses there may be for the future of this building.
She says they're hoping interested parties will come up with some good suggestions about what to do with the building.
Open to anything that comes with the wherewithal and the resources and the money to make it happen, yes.
The council will be holding consultation drop-ins at the Port Chalmers markets, library and in the Four Square, and are looking for good solid financial ideas.
And we're not asking for a huge amount of detail at this point in time. It's just a 2-page form that people have to fill in, and then from that the ideas will go to the West Harbour Community Board, and then those ideas that are of interest to Community Board will come and talk with Community Board members, and from there it'll process through.
People can have their say until the end of the month, but the council says ideas need to be realistic, as they're adamant ratepayers won't be footing the bill. In Dunedin for South Today.
A former Dunedin man turned multi-millionaire who admits he knows nothing about films can now call himself an executive producer. Gary Robinson is bankrolling a new documentary on the late social justice reformer Celia Lashley. He grew up in Mosgiel witnessing plenty of violence and worked his way up to become one of New Zealand's biggest land aggregators and most influential millionaires. Robinson's agreed to finance the entire production after hearing donations were being sought to help fund the film of Lashley's life. He says Lashley, who died of pancreatic cancer 3 years ago, affected his life and the way he and his ex-wife raised their 4 sons. A woman who had a firearm pointed at her and her 2-year-old son during an armed offenders squad call-out in Oamaru last week is demanding an apology. She says a drill was mistaken for a gun, which led to the incident on Friday. Up to 12 heavily armed AOS members converged on a South Hill home in Wainsbeck Street in the early afternoon, after a member of the public reported seeing a man wielding a gun. The woman who lives at the house with her son says both had firearms pointed at them as they tried to walk out of the house during the incident. She did not want to be named because she feared unwanted attention. Police won't comment on what was found at the house as the investigation is ongoing. Primary school teachers and principals have voted for a full-day strike later this month. NZEI Te Reo principal and teacher members were going to strike for 3 hours on August the 15th, but have decided to extend that to a full day. NZEI lead principal negotiator Louise Green says extending the strike to a full day sends a strong message to the government there needs to be better investment in education. Acting Prime Minister Winston Peters says a strike by primary school teachers and principals isn't going to get them anywhere. A Taieri College band is set to battle it out in New Zealand's biggest nationwide all-original music event. The Mosgiel-based high school band Bark Like a Dog have won through to the national final of this year's Smoke-Free Rock Quest in Auckland.
Another step closer to fame and fortune. Taieri College band Bark Like a Dog fine-tuning their performance as they prepare to head off to Auckland to compete in the national Smoke-Free Rockquest finals. The band is made up of Alex Cochrane on guitar, Matthew Reid on bass and Josh Glennie on guitar and vocals. Cochrane says the band has grown up admiring past Rockquest winners.
We've been doing it since year 7, and it's always been the thing that, like, wow, there's the big national final, and it was always like the bands in the national final were like the bands you thought were going to actually do something like well in, you know, the music industry.
This year's Rockquest attracted over 800 acts to the regional heats and finals across the country. Just 6 bands have made it to the big dance, including this Mosgiel trio. Now being in it, it's like, sort of, I don't know, we didn't really consider ourselves as good as, like, you know, some of the bands who we've seen in the past. The band has acquired a large following, especially after one of its singles reached #1 on the New Zealand iTunes charts last year. But Cochrane says the secret to their success is staying true to the music they like. We're just making music that we like and just expressing ourselves, really, and then, I don't know, I guess people seem to like it. Bark Like a Dog will battle it out against 5 other national finalists in Auckland in September. In Dunedin, for the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, PhD and Master's students represented their thesis topics in edible form at university, and a wide array of good-looking models are on display at Dunedin's Community Gallery.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysPlumbing.co.nz.
They've been moving earth for nearly 30 years. Locally owned and operated, Hall Brothers Transport is your one-stop shop when it comes to demolition, site clearance, recycling buildings, chipping trees, earthworks, drainage and roading. Nothing goes to waste. Hall Brothers Transport can get the whole job done from start to finish, no matter how big or small. Give them a call on 4771 141 or drop into 26 Creswell Street behind the railway station. That's Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
Roslyn Mowers and Heating are your local Massport heating agents and offer you a competitive quote on complete Massport fire installation. Come and see the Massport Cromwell Ultra Low Emission Burner in action. See you in store soon.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Hi, it's me again. It's that time of year. It's our season, winter clearance. It's our greatest ever. 50% off all these, jackets and vests, knitwear, dress and casual trousers, warm shirts and business shirts, suits and sports jackets. 50% off. 3 stores, greatest ever winter season clearance. Alex Campbell Menswear.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
So, all 3 stores, 50% off. It's our greatest ever winter clearance.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to become even softer while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever. Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676. Join us as we reveal what people keep behind garage doors. Sponsored by Garrador Dunedin and Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. A group of Alexander residents are appealing the Central Otago District Council's decision to grant a liquor licence for a proposed Mexican restaurant near their homes. James Emanuel is seeking a liquor licence to set up a branch of his restaurant chain, Amigos Mexican Grill in Deal Street. He already has restaurants in Cromwell and Wanaka. The Council's District Licensing Committee granted the licence last month. Thompson Street resident Kevin Traynor has lodged an appeal with the Alcohol Regulatory and Licensing Authority ALA on behalf of 17 residents who live within 100 metres of the premises. PhD and Master's students got a chance to represent their thesis topics in edible form at the University of Otago today. The inaugural Bake Your Thesis event is designed to promote creative ways of explaining student research.
A unique way of depicting what could be mistaken for otherwise dry academic research. Postgraduate students serving up their PhD thesis in the form of food at Otago University. Deanna Beckett's lollycake creation illustrating her area of expertise, oral science.
This is a representation of my thesis, which is about intergenerational global health. So here we have the daddy tooth, which is a 6-year-old permanent molar. Here we have the mummy tooth, which is slightly smaller, doesn't have a wee Carabelli's cusp. And down here we have a baby primary tooth. Together they represent intergenerational oral health.
Bake Your Thesis is a new event for the annual Graduate Research Festival. It's intended to promote creativity as students try and promote their research, although a closer study of Beckett's cake reveals more about the oral health of the teeth's owners.
If you look closely, you can see that poor daddy tooth's got a hole in the side, but he can't afford to get that fixed. Mum's having a few problems with brushing her OP fissure, but overall the baby seems to be doing not too bad.
And the irony of using a sugary treat to promote oral health wasn't lost on her either.
I did suggest in my little write-up about how appropriate it was to use lollycake to represent oral health, but I think it actually looks quite cool.
Students from a wide array of departments, including anatomy, tourism and physiotherapy, were all given the chance to talk through their culinary creations, with judging based on taste as well as digestible academic information. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Model car enthusiasts are being urged to take a look at the latest offering from the Dunedin branch of the New Zealand Model Vehicle Club. The club has been exhibiting in the city's community gallery for about 20 years, and members say big things are planned for the club's 50th anniversary next year.
They're models and they're looking good. This late model Ferrari and older style classic vehicle are just two of the hundreds on display in the latest showcase from the Dunedin branch of the New Zealand Model Vehicle Club. Eric Brocky is a founding member of the local club and says big things are planned for their 50th anniversary next year.
It'll be 20 years this year that we've been in the gallery. We missed out 2 years because the City Council turned it into the Visitor Information Centre. But apart from that, we've been in here every year, twice on 2 occasions, I think.
Brocky says there's something for everyone at their annual exhibition in Dunedin, with scale models of all shapes and sizes.
You look at some of your 8-inch scale models, and you're paying around the $200, $300 mark for them, but they've got individual springs on the bonnets to open and close the bonnets. Very, very highly detailed models now.
He says the models on display have changed significantly over the decades.
Well, it would have been 90% kit set builders and 10% die-cast collectors in those days. But nowadays we would be 99% die-cast collectors and 1% kit builders now.
The exhibition is set to run for 2 weeks in Dunedin's Community Gallery. In Dunedin, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, a horse named Jack Frost aims to give opponents the chills, and victorious Black Ferns rugby players return to their grassroots.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
Hi, it's me again. It's that time of year. It's our season, winter clearance. It's our greatest ever. 50% off all these, jackets and vests, knitwear, dress and casual trousers, warm shirts and business shirts, suits and sports jackets, 50% off. 3 stores, greatest ever winter season clearance, Alex Campbell Menswear.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
So, all 3 stores, 50% off. It's our greatest ever winter clearance.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454-3592.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires. For obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating. Roslyn Mowers and Heating are your local Massport heating agents and offer you a competitive quote on complete Massport fire installation. Come and see the Massport Cromwell Ultra Low Emission Burner in action. See you in store soon.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
They've been moving earth for nearly 30 years. Locally owned and operated, Hall Brothers Transport is your one-stop shop when it comes to demolition, site clearance, recycling buildings, chipping trees, earthworks, drainage and roading. Nothing goes to waste. Hall Brothers Transport can get the whole job done from start to finish, no matter how big or small. Give them a call on 4771 141 or drop into 26 Creswell Street behind the railway station. That's Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent. And where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Thanks for staying with us. Police are now looking for shoes as inquiries continue into the murder of 41-year-old Cyrus Alupis in Greymouth early on Monday morning. A 17-year-old boy was quickly apprehended within hours of the fatal stabbing and appeared in the Greymouth District Court that night charged with murder. He was granted interim name suppression and remanded in custody without plea until later this month, when he'll appear in the High Court at Christchurch. Yesterday, police investigators were seen exploring the old quarry on the Greymouth side of the Cobden Bridge, as well as Sid's Road at Cold Creek. Star Otago horse Jack Frost heads to Christchurch on Saturday to compete at the time-honoured Grand National Racing Carnival. North Taieri trainers Brian and Shane Anderton have him primed for his return to Riccarton, where he starred in 2 spectacular wins at the same meeting last year.
Jack Frost meets his namesake on a crisp morning at Wingatui Racecourse earlier today. The horse is having one of his last training runs before heading to the Grand National Carnival in Christchurch this weekend. Jack Frost will return to the hurdle course at Riccarton the Saturday before running in the time-honoured Grand National Hurdles there on Wednesday. Trainers Brian and Shane Anderton have the horse primed and ready to go.
He's fit and he's rearing to go at the moment. He's stripping pretty fit now, so he's test match time coming up, so he's ready to go.
Jack Frost has run in the top 2 placings in his 3 hurdle starts this winter. In the latest of those, he ran a solid second at Timaru, behind one of his main Grand National hurdle rivals, the Energizer.
He's been going good races, and I'm quite happy with him. The other day at Timaru, he ran a good second. slow track, which would probably improved a bit, and he's sort of probably not as hard as what the Energizer was there, so hopefully turn the tails next week.
Jack Frost burst onto the New Zealand jumps racing scene when winning twice at last year's Grand National Carnival. He returns to Riccarton a stronger racehorse with the benefit of a full winter of jumping behind him this year.
Well, he's probably put on a lot more weight this time round. He sort of only got him at the tail end of last year, so by the time we got him a jumping ticket and that, he was pretty good for a syndicate horse. He was hardly out of the money, and he'd done a lot in a short time.
Jack Frost clashes with talented types the Shackler, Laykeeper and Go-Go Gonzo in the Sydenham Hurdles late Saturday morning. Johnny Turner for the South Today.
Balmacewen Intermediate School pupils were treated to a visit by members of the Black Ferns Sevens rugby team today. The team are back after successfully defending their world title in San Francisco. And for one team member, it was a homecoming in more ways than one.
A chance to meet their sporting heroes. Dunedin's Balmacewen intermediate pupils treated to a visit from members of New Zealand's latest world champions, the Blackfern Sevens. The team are back from San Francisco, where they retained their hold on the World Cup by thrashing France 29-0 in the final. The visit included a Q&A with former Balmacewen student Kelly Brazier, who was asked what qualities are needed to excel in rugby.
What are the 3 most important skills of a rugby sevens player?
Probably fitness will probably be one of them. Catch and pass. Sevens is quite a basic game, so you've got to be able to catch and pass under fatigue.
Brazier told the pupils good character is also important if you want to represent your country in sport.
Probably like the third one in our team, it's probably more off the field. You just sort of got to be a good person, good character, so we sort of share the workload. No one's better than anyone else, sort of thing, so yeah, good people.
The Blackfern Sevens can look forward to defending their hold on the World Cup again next year. In Dunedin for the South Today.
And now it's time for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Phil Somerville.
Yes, hi Melissa. Chris Morris has done more work on his investigation re Father Murray and the Catholic Church child abuse scandals in Dunedin and beyond, and got comment from various parties about what a disaster it was, the way it was handled. So look for more on that. Speaking of crime, the Southern District's figures have come out, and the way they've measured the statistics, they've done a certain way over the last 4 years, and the rates of reported crime are going down, down by quite a bit. So that's intriguing. Hard to know why. Maybe less being reported, maybe people have given up, maybe crime is getting less. Who knows, we'll see that. It could be maybe a bit of everything. On the business pages, a very large block of forestry has been sold, 22,500 hectares, a lot of Juanitas forests, Australian interests, so we've got details about that. Thought I'd mention the What's On column on the arts page. I haven't done that for a while, and there's always so many displays, exhibitions, you name it there. And the editorial tomorrow is on the scourge of synthetic cannabis.
Oh, so something for everyone in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with today's southern view, taking of a reflection in the Octagon water feature in Dunedin. Looking at the situation, a depression will develop near southern New Zealand tomorrow, bringing a period of rain and northeasterly airflow to the region. Beginning on the northwest of the island, Greymouth and Westport will have northeasterlies with heavy rain at times. Both can expect highs of 12 to 13 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim will see rain developing late morning, possibly heavy with northerlies bringing temperatures from 14 to 15. Moving down towards Canterbury, Kaikoura, Christchurch and Ashburton can expect cloud increasing with evening rain. Northwesterlies dying out and temperatures ranging from 13 to 15. Heading to the south, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden can expect moderate northerlies and some late rain with a high of 10. Across to central Otago, Alexandra, Queenstown, Te Anau and Wanaka can all expect moderate northerlies with rain developing and highs between 9 and 10 degrees. And up to northern Otago on the coast, Oamaru and Timaru can expect moderate northeasterlies with some late rain and a high of 11, while up in the Waitaki Valley, Amarama and Twizel may also see moderate northerlies bringing rain with a high of 9. Here in Dunedin tonight, it will be fine with northerly winds and an overnight low of 7. Thursday will be cloudy with moderate to cool northeast winds, bringing a few sunny periods in the morning, but expect some rain in the late afternoon with a high of 11 and a low of 7. It will continue to be cloudy and cold on Friday with some rain at times and moderate southerly quarter winds. It will be cooler with a high of 9 and a low of 6. And in Invercargill tonight, it will be fine with an overnight low of 6. Thursday will see cloud increasing and some scattered rain developing from mid-afternoon with moderate northeasterly winds, a high of 12 and a low of 7. And on Friday, early showers should clear, but it will remain mostly cloudy and cold with light east to southeast winds. The high of should be 10 and the low 7. That's our news for this Wednesday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. For full stories, see www.odt.co.nz. I hope you have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.